Energized show, up the Irish.
Okay, what's going on, guys, and welcome to a brand new episode of Energized. Ross, introduce the man.
Today we have the undefeated flyweight sensation. It is Jer, the GTA selector Harris. Jer, how you doing, bud?
All good, lads, all good. Just good to be back.
Yeah, absolutely. Big fight coming up in Austria on UFC Fight Pass Cage Fight Series. How excited are you to get back in there?
Fucking buzzing. It's playing. This is the bread and butter, you know. Just excited to get back in there. I played and had a few little injuries, and I was out for about 2 months. Like, I was still training when I could, but I was flat out in physio. I was had to go get MRIs and stuff done. Luckily enough, I didn't need any surgery or anything, so just happy to be back on the ball, flat out training, and yeah, just ready to put the work in, put the work on someone.
And yeah, I believe you were booked already once for Cage Fight Series and another show. I think it was Cage Conflict at the time. How much did it really play on your mind when you had to pull out those fights? Because you're not someone who likes to do that.
Yeah, no, 1,000,000%. To be honest, my head was falling off about it. I was speaking to Courtard only won there on Cage Conflict there himself the weekend. But I was at the I went for the Courtard's like my big brother. I went for a bit of lunch with him. One in the morning, and I was just like, I don't know what to do. I was like, I can barely lift my arm. I was like, I hold an underhook for more than a couple of seconds, and it's my arm is dead for a good 5-10 minutes. So yeah, he was just saying like, your health is your wealth and your body's your business at this stage. So Coda's been around the block twice over, so I just I was obviously listening to Owen and stuff as well, but we didn't sort of know. I hadn't had the MRI yet, but I just knew how bad my arm was, about how it felt and stuff. And then I just made the decision between Owen, myself, and then after little bits of advice we got off each of the lads.
Yeah, that was probably from holding the Cage Conflict belt too long, Jer.
Probably that did, yeah. Even them doing a blade an interim title, for fuck's sake.
Sure. Look, who knows? Like, Cage Fight Series might want you exclusively after you wreck things up on the 29th of October.
I'm gonna fucking spark this kid flat out. I'm looking for the 4th round finish. So
yeah,
I wouldn't be pissed, know what I mean, if they do.
Yeah, the news was just announced today. You're taking on Tornaik Kimadze, who is 1-1. Jeremy, when you're given this name, what did you like? How did this fight come across?
To be honest, I was looking forward to fighting the other kid from All Stars. I can't really pronounce the name, if I'm honest. Nastri or something mad like that. But yeah, no, because it would have been a good fight between me and him. Really good. He had a good skill set and stuff, and I would have wanted to go out and put him away anyway. You know what I mean? But it's more for what other people are looking at, and what he's another good, he's a good lad, and he's meant to be their top boy, and go in and blitz that fella. You know what I mean? It just puts me on a bigger scene. And then there was so that obviously water blew over that then. And they offered me a Czech guy. The Czech guy took the fight 2 days later or something. He pulled, didn't want it then. So there was a little bit of back and forth between Paul and Cage Fight Series, because they done their best and found me someone. And then to me, it doesn't matter how it is. I'll fight anybody. So it's a name and a face is nothing to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Ross, we were just saying beforehand that seeing Jer with his dad training, no wonder people are pulling out.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, look, you're an animal. You know what I mean? You're a man with many nicknames. You know what I mean? Like the Ballymun Superman, the GTA Selector, the Shaved Ape. You know what I mean? These are not nicknames that people are like, I can't wait to fight that guy. You know.
Yeah. Clatters off me outlet since I'm a pup, so I'm well able for these flyweights. You know, they haven't got.
Absolutely, and your dad actually recently fought in Train Alta as well, didn't he?
Yeah, he just done the Alta program there, at the start of the year.
And how proud were you to see your dad do that? Because obviously your dad must be, I'm going to assume, in around 50, and now he's doing that. That's pretty cool, no?
He's 43, but it's more just you done like
Jesus, I apologise, Mr. Harris. Don't hit me with
Yeah.
those body shots.
ready to jump off that couch. He was no, he like he was always involved with me training and like in terms of any sports I've ever done or anything I wanted to do. If I wanted to go do dancing or do anything, if I wanted to do art, my dad brought me, and he gave like never forced me into art and always gave his full support. But especially with the fighting, he had done like little few white collars, and he was always into the boxing when he was a young fella himself, like watching it and stuff. So, but he was always involved in me, all my fight camps. Like always, like if you look down through my Instagram, there's probably 10 videos or 10, at least 10 posts with just me and him doing bits together. Yeah, he's always been involved. But it was just great because like that made me that very, very similar. So it's like a lot of the time you like that sparks more arguments than fucking anything, you know.
Yeah.
You probably know you yourself, like anybody else out there. But yeah, like after a while, it's like he was like, I'd be injured or I'd have little niggles here and there, and he'd be like, "Why aren't you going up to the gym?" And he'd be thinking I'm dropping off, and I'm actually just hurt. And I think when he done the Alta program, both was like he sort of like he understood a lot more about like how hard the training actually is and the work I'm putting in. Like, and fair play to them lads that like some of the boys who do that, and like even my dad, like he done some like the MMA fits to get ready for it, just fitness wise. But it's like most people who are doing that Alta program are getting off the couch, probably haven't done that in the last 5-10 years, probably more, know what I mean? And getting in and training once a day, 5 days a week. Where like he's saying how taxing that is on the body, and for me, who's training 3-4 times a day minimum, know what I mean? So it just it made two of us like it brought two of us closer together, and then like he always knew I knew what I was talking about when I was coaching and stuff, because I'll be like showing him little things to hold on the pads for me. Like me and Roddy were drilling stuff on the pads. I'd come home and me and my dad would drill that together and like show him how to hold the pad properly for it and how to call it and when to be calling it and stuff like that. So yeah, just I think it made the whole program and him doing that and just got us real close, because like the little bridge is like the actual train of thought when you have to get to a fight and the weight cuts and stuff like that. And I think once you got to understand all that, it just made everything in the house like a million times easier. Like it was easy anyway because they support me 1,000,000%. But it just in terms of like sometimes if I was like injured or there was little things going on in the gaff and we were arguing, like that.
Yeah. Was there any chance of Paul Fogarty getting your dad on this Cage Fight Series card as well now?
Yeah, probably, yeah. Jump out there and fucking bingo something.
No, that's really nice to hear, and it's good that
Yeah,
like your dad has somewhat of an understanding of what it's like to be in a fight camp, and then get those nerves and get in there and actually do it. You know what I mean? So that's not something a lot of people's parents would actually do for them. I know obviously there's part of it doing it for himself, but to do it for you and to live through what your experience is mustn't have been easy for him. So fair play to him.
Nah, yeah, no, he's the blade. He's the dog's bollocks me out with stuff. Know what I mean? And
The bee's knees, the cat's pajamas, all that more, and a bag of chips.
you know that. And just in terms of training, he's a bleeding workhorse anyway. So it wouldn't matter what you'd like put in front of him if there was a challenge. He'd blast through it. I think we might need to sign up for that Irish Fifth Arms or something.
I love it. I love it.
That would be good.
I think who was it? The Abbott Biscuits and the Daverns have both done it. So you'll have to get the Harrises in there.
Yeah, that'd be a definite shout. Would love to do something like that.
Yeah,
That
who
would be
knows?
brilliant.
Maybe we'll run a show, Baz, and we pit 3 families against each other. It could be Ireland's fittest and May family.
Yeah, that'd be good.
The 5 fams, 3 matches all up.
Yeah, what's called Nadine be roping in Ryan Higgins, getting them to put a ring on it to get me in there. Typical.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, Ross, don't be giving people ideas here for free, man. This is
you're right,
live on
you're
UC Fight Pass.
yeah, true. Maybe we'll get it up on Fight Pass. It could be our new show that we host. Jared, tell us this. Obviously, we were at one of the local Irish shows with yourself. I think it was Cage Legacy 17, where Sean O'Bannon made a pro debut. And we actually watched Cage Fight Series when Andreas Binder knocked out Rustam Akman. When you actually saw that fight happen, and you were supposed to be on one of the open cards, and you saw how professional it was, how excited did that make you for the show?
Yeah, buzzing for it, to be honest. I'd be buzzing for all my fights. There's like I said before, it's great to fight on these. Like the more I fight, the more professional the more professional the show is getting stuff. Like even in terms of amateur, like when you go to competing at the IMAX, it's a completely different level to like the regional scene and stuff. Yeah, but like obviously buzzing the fight on Cage Fight Series, but it doesn't matter what fight it is, or where it is. It could be in your blade and Nanny's bathroom. I don't give a fuck. Whoever wants it can have it, and they can have it anywhere. You know what I mean? A fight's a fight to me, and just all the better, more eyes are on it.
Yeah, true. It definitely is. Go on,
Ross,
Pat.
I was gonna say, like, before we actually signed with UFC Fight Pass, we were doing a one to watch series, and Jer was actually the very first person we had on the series. It's amazing that things come full circle. Now we're all on UFC Fight Pass right now. For the people tuning in, you have to make sure you watch Jer Harris compete on the 29th of October on Cage Fight Series 12. It is not one to be missed, live on UFC Fight Pass.
Yeah, well, like to me, Jer is the number one flyweight in Ireland. I think that's 100% true at the moment. I think he's the man with the target on his back.
Set I have, and they're not willing to go out there and prove it either.
Yeah, so look, you know where he's at if you want that knock, if you want that smoke. So he's the man to beat at flyweight, and he's looking to go out and make that name on the European scene. Jer, tell us this, like, what sort of way are you looking towards the future? Are you looking to dominate Europe and then make your way to the UFC, or are you willing to fight anywhere, anytime? Like, do you have a contract with Cage Fight Series, or just a one fight deal?
Yeah, so it's a 4-fight contract, but it's an open contract, so I can fight for other promotions and stuff as well. But I'm looking to take the title on Cage Fight Series and have everybody in Europe have to come and take that off my doorstep. Know what I mean? I'm like, wherever the fights are, I'm going. Whatever's going to get me closer to, like, the main goal is the UFC. Know what I mean? So whatever drags me closer to that, whether it's I'll fight anywhere, doesn't matter.
And that's the great thing about UFC Fight Pass at the moment. There's so many European shows on there at the moment. There's FCR in Sweden, there's Cage Fight Series, there's Cage Warriors, there's Aries over in France. Like, there's plenty of opportunities for you to get on those cards in an open contract to fight on these shows.
That Swedish one you just said, I'm pretty sure they've contacted me already, and I've put them on to Paul. So like that could be another place you could be seeing me up and running. Yeah, I'm just wherever the fights are, I'll go. Know what I mean? In no sense of the word was I ever just a regional fighter. I've been world beaten since my amateur career, so that's just going to continue here now as well. Know what I mean? Like, gonna blitz this kid on 29th and see what happens. I think I could be fighting on Air FC on December the 3rd or the 4th.
Well, that's an exclusive right there.
That'll be my first actual fight in Dublin if I am on that card. I can get something for it. Know what I mean? So yeah, there'll be a crazy crowd at that, and then hopefully one or two more before the end. Hopefully another one after that.
That's an absolute exclusive there, Jer.
Sorry?
That's an absolute exclusive here, exclusively on UFC Fight Pass and the Energized show, obviously.
Yeah. That RFC show looks good, and it's good to see they're actually bringing in fighters from the UK on the pro card, so maybe it is possible that you get some from the UK if no one in Ireland wants that smoke.
Yeah, 1,000,000%. Like, I've seen a couple of lads they contacted, like in Jamie Kelly and a couple of other boys. Yeah, anybody can have it. It's like another day's walk to me, you know what I mean? Not even a day's walk, 15 minutes, and most of them aren't even going to get out of there.
That's what we love to see, Jay. We love to see the tenacity you have at flyweight. I think it's absolutely brilliant. Tell us this, what type of J.R. Harris are we going to see? What are the things you've been working on with Owen Roddy in the build up to this fight?
Same as every camp, really, to be honest, just always working on better in the game plan. Like, I'm just trying to evolve everywhere. Every camp, there's no camp that's specific to, like, like always gonna work MMA and stuff like that. But just in terms of like just building on my game plan, like
Mm.
found that in my amateur career, I was going out and just finishing fights like at will. Know what I mean? Like I had, was it 9 or 8 wins? I think I had 6 finishes. Know what I mean? Like when I seen the finish, I took it, and I think once I had a little bit of there was a little bit of a stint in between that Matthew Frail fight, and I remember being in that fight and not being as comfortable as I was in other ones. Like I didn't get me striking going and things like that, but still, obviously, won the majority of the grappling exchanges. Nearly finished them in the first, but then like there was a big difference in me camp coming up to Kieran Mulholland then, because just in terms of the fight simulators I was doing, the bodies I was moving around with, and then like the likes of like Andreas and stuff, and the gym just being a little bit more professional because there was a few more professional bodies. We had lads coming up to the gym, stuff like that. I was able to develop all round for that fight. But in my fight simulators, I really focused on staying on the feet, and obviously in a fight simulator, you're not trying to kill your teammate.
Mm.
Now, the shots are a little bit harder, but they're not trying to take their head clean off, you know. And I think installing my game plan in them fight simulators led to like the performance I had on Cage Conflict. Like I was completely comfortable in every exchange. Like Kieran was meant to be known for finishing people, like taking that back and finishing them. I was walking around with it on my back like a skill bag, know what I mean? Just holding his arm like there wasn't a hope he was getting that back up.
Transport.
That's it, yeah, like fucking free transport for the fucker. Got about 10 months on my back. But yeah, no. I think just I'm gonna be even more comfortable in this fight. I feel like like you've seen how well my striking came across in the last fight. He couldn't touch me on the feet. I was butchering him with every weapon under the sun. And then it's only going to get better from now because I'm just working on all them tools consistently. Yeah, what else was I going to say there?
Well, Jared, just let's jump in there. That fight against Kieran Mulholland, like Kieran, like has fought numerous times in Cage Warriors on big events, and then you coming in making your debut against Kieran, like that was everyone took notice of that. You're obviously on the show as well, doing the face off here to build up the fight, but then getting the win there, that put everyone on notice, Ross.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's what cemented Ger as number one flyweight in the country. I think Kieran Mulholland was over in the UK picking up wins, and like he was getting these sort of come from behind submission wins, and like he was never out of the fight. And that's the thing, like when Ger was fighting him, he had to fight him right the way to the end of the bell. Like he's a live dog in those fights, and Ger got his hand raised, and he's the champ there. So I think that's what makes Ger so interesting. Also, you've got that character on top. People love to hear from you. You know what I mean? Like you're not afraid of a bit of chat. So look, not many flyweights have all those characteristics, and you definitely have one, and that's what makes Ger Harris one to watch. Baz, one might say.
Oh, go away, circling that back around. Ger, like you're obviously very busy training a load of people and keeping your dad off your back. But can you tell us who's going to be going over to Austria with you for the fight on October 29th?
Ed, like Owen himself will be down me corner, Paul as well, me manager Paul, and then I think a few of my family and friends, like me dad, me mom, my girlfriend, her dad, one of my main sponsors, Vinny, and his wife are going to be coming over with us as well. And then I'm pretty sure there could be one or two more lads coming with us. But yeah, I think that's it so far. That's what I know of who have flights booked and stuff. But I can't wait till I have a bit more of a pull towards fights. I can't wait till I have like people traveling for me fights and stuff like that. Know what I mean? And I hope it's sooner rather than later. Know what I mean? I don't want people just to be waiting till I'm in the UFC to be following me to fights. follow me from the start. That's where the support is shown, you know.
Yeah, remember
Harris Army on
where the
tour.
day ones were, you know. Yeah, the Harris Army on tour is right. You better believe it. Jer, is there any anything that Owen Roddy said to you in the build this fight? Has he been careful to curb your training? I know you said earlier you were training 3 or 4 times a day, but like you've picked up 1 or 2 injuries over the last year. So has he been trying to curb that that bit of training? How you're 100% on the night?
No, not really. Just in terms of it's like any gym might say now, like I've been down in Rhino on Mondays as well, getting some positional in with the lads down there. And but it's like even in our own, like mainly in our own gym, like the striking rounds are like a game of chess in our gym. Know what I mean? There's so many lads who are like brilliant on the feet, and like me and Owen have been doing some training together solo as well, and Roddy putting the pace on me. If Roddy's if I'm able to deal with situations where Roddy's putting the pace on me, I'm pretty sure I can deal with anybody. You know what I mean? I know I can deal with anybody anyway, but like
He's got a solid 5 minutes in him, that fella.
aye, Roddy go all day. You just need to get him on the mat. Not he still has it. Like he's still going up there and putting shots on me or putting the pressure on and grappling exchanges. There's just no give up in him. Know what I mean? He's a dog in there, and he's just pure heart. Like he'll go there's no air in the lungs. But yeah, just in terms of doing like adding anything extra and just doing the same things, like just consistently working on like all the basics, always working the basics, always working positional drills, starting in bad positions, and then in the fight simulators working on game plans, like working the game plan. Like my game plan hasn't changed since I'm an amateur, and like I think this is where I was trying to get with the last couple of things I was saying. It's like it's easy for me to put all these things together now because I am so comfortable in the cage, and it's when so I used to be happy just to submit people off me back off. Like where now I won't accept that. I'm getting up to butcher you on the feet regardless. And if a submission comes, I'm taking it. Know what I mean? Like I'm here to finish fights. I'm not like I said before, decision wins are great. Like it's great to get the win, but there's nothing like a finish.
You better believe it, and that's why you can't miss Jer on Cage Fight Series over in Austria. It will be live on UFC Fight Pass, so make sure to check that out. Basil, anything left to say?
Yeah, Jared, it's great to have you on again. I don't know if you can hear the dog in the background. That's my bad. But for people tuning in, Jared Harris is going to be on, and then later on that night, Katie Taylor is going to be on that night as well. So it's going to be a flying the Irish flag night, lads.
Yeah, you better believe it. You can watch Jared Harris in the warm up to a Katie Taylor fight. That sounds like a dream evening to me, lads. Not gonna lie. Jared, thanks a million for coming on. Look forward to watching you fight. The GTA shot selector will be there in action. He's come for the finish. You heard it here first. If you're watching this on YouTube, make sure to like, share, subscribe. If you're watching it on Fight Pass, hit a favor for the Energized show. And as always, stay energized.
Stay energized.
Energized show, up the Irish. Been sussing you guys a couple of times. I've seen a couple of clips. I think you done some interviews with Dylan Moran and that I saw. So keep going, keep up the good work, guys.